I quite often travel across, and it's very nice to be in the Western Australia, as I said. Dementia Training Australia and me personally have had a long working relationship with Jason. The focus today is on how can we enhance dementia practice in hospitals. And not surprisingly, I want to say to you, we know that the environment has a really, really important role to play in doing this. How it's designed is important. How it's used is vital. And I loved Ellie's slide where she said, I've blended the care and the environment. Yes, that's the point. Without you, we just have environments. Together, we can create supportive places for people living with dementia, but actually for all of us. And I think that's something to really, really highlight. What we're talking about is just good design, and it's good for everyone. We know from our work in residential aged care that the environment does have a big impact in the way it's designed, on how people behave. We also know, all of us, it has an impact on how we behave. If we go to a theatre, we feel a certain way. If we walk into a dark, noisy space, we feel a certain way. It all comes back to people. It's about people, and we are all in the same boat. It's just for a person living with dementia, it's even more important. So, from that point of view, I think it's really great because we can focus on how we design well for people living with dementia in acute settings, knowing everyone is going to get the benefit. There's an increased interest in acute settings. Residential aged care has been a focus for a long time, and it's terrific to see now that there's a greater recognition about the importance of the environment in acute settings. We've seen it included in some of the key standards, and I'm going to talk about those. That's how we're going to advance change. And that was one of the things Rhonda said when she gave her introduction. She sort of was highlighting that you're a room full of early adopters. So I'd like to say to you, can you adopt the environment, please? Because we need you. We need people passionate about the environment. People such as Ellie. That's how we're going to change the world, and that's what we need to do. There are resources that are available. I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about those, and then Ash is going to introduce you to the new resource that she and I have been working on, which is an environmental assessment tool for acute care settings. And we also want to ask for your help in making sure it's as effective as it can be. So, without further ado, we've already heard some stats. One of the key things to note is there are many people living with dementia. It's going to keep increasing. If there's about 400,000 people in 2016, 600,000 by 2030, 2050, a million. So again, this is all of us. All of us are either going to be living with dementia, loving someone who's living with dementia, or knowing someone who's living with dementia. I think if we make it personal, that means we can make a difference. Once we turn to acute, the focus, I think it's really important to note that a person living with dementia stays in hospital almost twice as long as someone who doesn't live with dementia. It's a big difference. And also this stat. I'll give you a moment to read it. So remember this. The average cost of hospitalisation for a person living with a principal diagnosis of dementia is almost 2.7 times more than for another patient. So how do we achieve change? People respond to all different sorts of things. For some people, cost will be the motivator. So use that. We need to have conversations in a way that people respond to. We need to raise awareness of the environment, and we need to get people talking about the environment. You're all involved in the practice and care. There's a whole other side of hospitals, which is all the infrastructure. And that's one of the partnerships too that Ellie was referring to. How do we get them in our conversation and as passionate about this as we are? It doesn't matter if we're right. We need to get people listening. So think about the dollars, because sometimes that's what people respond to. context. So we've got the standards that you're aware of, the National Safety and Quality Health Service standards. We go to standard 5, it's comprehensive care. Go down further and we get to minimising patient harm, and then if we keep looking, we'll come to preventing delirium and managing cognitive impairment. And in that part of the standards, we find provide a supportive environment. For example, implement evidence-based design principles, and so it goes on. So it is there in the standards. We are gaining recognition. What we need to do is raise the profile and raise the focus. Within that, there are a couple of key actions that have been identified. One of them is 1.29, and you can see there that the goal is that the health service organisation maximises safety and quality of care through the design of the environment, and one of the actions is to conduct environmental audits. The other action that they refer to is action 130, and again, review the design of the clinical environment to identify safety risks for patients, and so it goes on. So it's important to see that we are starting to get some traction. Key resource, Australasian Health Facility Guidelines, that's significant. That includes the 10 principles that Richard and I have been working on for probably the last, maybe 25 years. And lots of people have been working on as well in different contexts, in different parts of the world, which is exciting because we're all focusing on very similar areas, and there are the 10 principles that are picked up as important in these guidelines. The other key resource, that just gives a closer up version, but I don't expect you to read it. The other key resource is produced by the Agency for Clinical Innovation, so New South Wales Health Department. Used to be adapting the ward. I'm just wondering how many of you might have come across this resource. Are you aware of this resource that's out there? So some people are. So Richard and I were invited to update Adapting the Ward a few years ago. It's available online. It's a really good way to start the conversation and to find out a bit more about the principles. They're based on these 10 principles, and I'm not planning today to go through them one by one. You can find a lot of information on Dementia Training Australia's website, so that's dta.com.au. I will just say within them, there are those 10 key principles. Evidence-based, so we know what we're talking about has a solid basis behind it, and now we come to the practice. How do we implement that knowledge? What I'd like to do today is just highlight a few of those principles. And so you had a sneak preview of the first one. How do we unobtrusively reduce risks? Now, one of the things that often comes up is how can we create a secure and a safe outdoor environment? And in the new tool, we've given a lot of weight to outdoor environments. I'm just curious, how many of you at the hospitals you work in, how many of you have outdoor environments from your wards? Yeah? So at least a few, which is fantastic because we know that has a big impact on people's physical, mental, emotional, psychological well-being. So outside is really important, and how we design it is really important. One of the key things often is, can it be safe and secure? So there you've got a picture of a doozy of a fence. We all know it's a fence, don't we? The problem with this is, it's not unobtrusive. And that's that first principle. How do we unobtrusively reduce risk? It's really important for it to be unobtrusive so that we don't create another barrier. And in this instance, seeing the fence, seeing what's through it, could actually form an invitation. And to get there, I'm probably then going to try and clamber over those plants. Oh no, I fell at the curb. So now I'll fracture the hip because I wanted to get to the other side. And that's actually about the environment, that's about design. It's not about the person. It's quite reasonable to think you'd like to see what's on the other side of the fence. It's the environment and behaviour working together. Whereas if we look at environments where we screen the fence, then people can focus on other things. Again, what is meaningful? How can we create meaningful things for people to do? When we look at this, the ACI tool that I just mentioned, each principle has a description about the principle, and then there are a number of key aspects that are pulled out within it. So, we look at the evidence base. So why are we saying what we're saying? What's the evidence behind this? We then look to say, how can we apply this in practice? We know, for example, that there's a number of things that are important. It's not prescriptive, it's saying these are good things to consider. So from an insuring point of view, ensure a fence around a secure area is continuous and well maintained, and so it goes on. It's not telling you exactly how to do it, but it's saying these things are really important to consider, so ensure that you consider them. And then you'll see there are other areas, avoid doing this, and as I mentioned before, consider doing things. So the idea with this resource is to give you some high-level advice, some very practical advice about things to do that you can apply in your context, because that's the point. They're principles. In your context, you need to know what works best. We also have a part that looks at expected outcomes. What's the point? Why are we doing this? Why would it make a difference to people's lives? Because it won't. Why would we bother? So that's there for every single principle. Just picking up on another aspect of unobtrusively reducing risk that I think is particularly common in hospital is, where does all the stuff go and how is it designed? So all the things that are necessary to support my care, how are they designed? How are they presented? Are they unobtrusive? Or are they actually offering me an invitation to flick some switches and use some of those cords? Because that's what it looks like to me. Again, the environment is asking me to behave in this way. It's issuing that invitation. Whereas if instead we place them, for example, in a recessed area with a button to close, there's no invitation. So that's a really simple way of how we can modify an environment to suit. Just one little example. Another principle that's important is seeing and being seen. People often find acute areas very difficult to navigate, patients but also visitors who come in to visit someone. Can a patient see an ensuite? Can they see a corridor? Can I find the staff base? Seeing and being seen is really important for that. And one of the key pieces of work that Richard did in developing this particular principle was about total visual access. And these slides go back to residential aged care work we did at Hammond Care. Logic being, I stand in the kitchen and I can look down the corridor, and when I'm down in the corridor, I can see the kitchen. I don't have to think, where is the kitchen? I don't have to have that process. I can see it, it's invited me to go there. As before, you can see there's a page for this principle too, with applying it in practice, things to ensure, things to avoid, and things to consider. And one of the things we need to explore is how can we provide those key locations so that people can see them, because that will make a difference to people's lives. In an acute setting, here are two things. On the right, that's actually an example from an ICU. So it's interesting that in that really sort of intense, as a non-medical person, I see it's a very intense area. There's a big focus on visual access. What we need is a focus on visual access everywhere. And in this example, you can see our intents when we spoke with them, thinking about, well, where will we put our staff bases? If we actually spread our staff bases out in a ward, that will allow staff to be located so they can see patients, and, as importantly, patients can see staff. That's really, really important. The two-way conversation. It's not one way, it's two-way. Patients want to see you as well. So it has an impact on design, and it has an impact on how we lay out buildings, but also how we use buildings and where we place certain functions. Reducing unhelpful stimulation. Stimulation, I think you would agree, stimulation is one of the biggest factors that can cause distress to someone living with dementia, but actually just causes distress to all of us. All of us find noise too much going on, overwhelming. I about here is how can we control the environment? And that's a picture of someone who's living with Lewy body disease and just the being overwhelmed by stimulation and how oppressive that can be. So we need to think again, how can we use the environment differently? That may be a key way we can manage the stimulation. And there's a clip here that we're just going to play, which has a look at someone walking. I'll just play the clip and then we'll talk. That's fine, it'll come back. This was a little clip that Richard found illustrating the impact of people doing things as they walk and the impact that that has on people's likelihood of falling. As we know, falls are a big concern in the acute sector, but actually in any sector. So we need to think about how does the environment lead to people falling? What does the environment contribute to that? Because it's not a static player. It has a direct influence often on what someone does. So we did try this before and it worked perfectly. And those of you in the room heard, not only did we get the vision, we got glaring sound, which was another example of unhelpful stimulation. So we'll just give it another few seconds and otherwise I'll just skip it because it's not essential. It's nice and I can tell you what's in it. It's nice when you get to see it, but otherwise I can tell you what's in it and we can move on to the next thing.
Notice the gait disturbance in this clip upon walking whilst turning the head. As you will see in the next clip, on a second common task like carrying it.
That's all right. You can see it. It's a very short clip, but it was quite striking to see it. I wasn't familiar with this one. This is one that Richard found. So I think it's worth it if you can see it. And if not, you'll be able to look for it somewhere else and find out about it. Last try.
Notice the gait disturbance in this clip upon walking while.
So if I can just explain to you what the clip is about, and because I was able to watch it, and thanks for coming. It is good food for thought. The basic point that we want to make here is the more we ask someone to do, the more likely it is that they will fall. And so where they ask you to observe what's happening, there are three scenarios that they show. One where the gentleman is walking along the passage, and I assume physios in particular are going to be thinking, yeah, bread and butter for you, so I should have got you to explain the clip. But someone's walking along, and then he's asked to turn his head to talk to someone. And as he does that, you start to see his gait falter. Then there's another clip where it shows him walking and holding a glass of water. And then he stumbles, and so the person right next to him does actually have to support him. And the last example is they show him walking along, and the person's having a conversation with him. And then he has real trouble walking. So, simple point, unhelpful stimulation. He could walk, or he could do those other things, but not this building up of all of that stimulation with too many things. And walking's tricky. He needed to be able to concentrate on that. So that's a good example about how we use the environment. The corridor didn't change, but there's lots of things that could impact on someone and become unhelpful stimulation. So be aware of that. Classic example. What do you see on the left there? Not a trick question. Hold on. Notice boards, you're thinking? Yeah, notices. So what do we want people to do? Read them. But we want them to walk. So this comes back to unhelpful stimulation. Apart from perhaps questioning or wondering how many notices, who are they for, what's the message. But so that's what unhelpful stimulation is about: sight and sound, smell, movement, all sorts of things that make an environment complex, make it hard for someone to interpret the environment. As I said, how you use the environment is so important. When doors are kept open, that's an invitation for someone to go in. It looks inviting. There's nothing for me to do in the corridor. It's dead boring being in here. And there's a room with some stuff in it. I'll go and have a look what it is. It's completely reasonable. So we need to think about how we use the environment. And here's just a pretty typical corridor. So is that supporting someone to find their way? Is it helping them know where they are and what they might find if they head in a certain direction? And so once again, if you'd like to read more about this, you can go to that resource that's online. There we've got reducing unhelpful stimulation, how we can apply that principle in practice, and the sorts of things we can do. So I've mentioned sight and sound. Movement is a big factor. How much is going on? The noise staff makes, and I'm not saying that to be critical of you. You are doing your job, but recognising the impact that has on the patient. So while it might be positive for you, it could be negative for someone else. So it lists the sort of things that you can think about. The last principle I'm going to speak about is how do we support the values and goals of care. Now, this is the principle that in effect is sort of overarching and informs all of the other principles, because once you've got those values set, that will help you decide how do you respond to creating less, how do you support movement engagement, how do you reduce unhelpful stimulation. It will all be according to the sort of environment, the care goals and values you have will determine many other things. As we said, there's the information in the book. How do we ensure that the philosophy of care is clearly articulated? One of the things is, can patients engage in meaningful activity? And in an acute setting, that's a real question, but important. Now, one philosophy of care that there can be, one value and goal of care, could actually be a pathogenic view of care. And if that's the approach you take, then you're going to see the world in a certain way. So typically a pathogenic approach is going to have a focus on disease and pollution and bacteria and risks and all those sort of things. You might walk up to a place, if that's its focus, and have that really welcoming arrival. You know, this is a place to come if you've got skin, eye and dental complaints. Great, I'd love to go in there. And when you walk into the waiting room and you look around, you know everyone else has skin, eye and dental complaints too, don't you? You know, again, what's this doing? What's the environment saying? Perhaps when you walk into a hospital, proudly displaying its history, we see the nurses lined up, the doctors lined up, and even the old public tools, which are pretty daunting, aren't they? But that's not unusual. I don't know about your hospitals, but certainly I've been to hospitals where they have that. I suppose we'd like to say, well, this is a pretty serious state of affairs, that the focus is all on illness and it's on things being done to people. It's not about on the positive side. And so that's where we're at Dementia Training Australia focus very much on the salutogenic approach. So if we were to take the salutogenic view, as that woman's doing, we would be thinking about fun and happiness and hope, about excitement, about having a laugh, about joy. And it's really important to recognise that can happen in acute settings if we wanted to. In small ways and in big ways, we can make this happen. Salutogenic, so there we are, it's got the Latin and Greek Salutogenic rather than pathogenic, focusing on health and well-being rather than on illness. And I'd like to just close my part of the talk by giving you an example of one of the best salutogenic buildings that there are. Happens to be in Melbourne, where I come from, but it is well recognised that it is a great salutogenic environment. The Royal Children's Hospital in Melbourne. I'm wondering how many of you might have been to see it? Has anyone been across to the east? No, come. Well, if you come to Melbourne for holiday, actually go to the hospital. That's what this is about. Go to the hospital, because it's great. So, this, as you can see, we've got walk-in. There's another entry downstairs to the environment, to the emergency department. But when you arrive, stairs down to the emergency department, and there's an aquarium. Big aquarium. We're talking, from there to here. Big aquarium with decent fish. And that goes all the way down to the emergency department below. And there's the seat. So that someone sitting there while they're waiting to see someone in ED, they've got something to do, meaningful, engaging. They've created a street in the hospital with this big figure structure that Richard and I always have a bit of a disagreement about what it really is. But let's just say it's a creature, and there's the soft stuff underneath. So kids can play on it, they can climb all over it. So again, art, activity. There's lots of things for people to do. Interactive screens, and the day clinics open out onto courtyards, both for kids to play in, and one of the courtyards actually has meerkats. And when I say come to the hospital, come and see the meerkats. You don't have to pay to see these ones. You go to Melbourne Zoo, you have to pay. Melbourne Zoo look after them. So picking up on Ellie's point, great partnership. But when the hospital opened, people actually, they had to put up temporary signs saying this way to the meerkats. So stop and think, imagine that. People are thinking, what will I do today? I want to go and see the meerkats at the Royal Children's Hospital. What a change in focus. What a change in focus. We also have good cafes, so people come across actually from the zoo to have lunch at the hospital because good cafes, and it's in a garden, it's in a park. So there's a good chance to be outside. The obvious thing you're probably thinking is, so we can do this for kids, why aren't we doing it for everyone? But it's a really good example to show it is possible. We can do it. And it's not just about budget. Yeah, clearly they had a big budget. But look at how they used it. Other people have got big budgets, and you won't see anything like this. So it comes back to what's that focus? Principle 10. What's the vision? What's the velocity of care? I think this slide really sums up so many things. This is a window cleaning at the Royal Children's. So there we are. We've got Spider-Man cleaning the windows. They're still cleaning the windows. They're still doing a mundane task. But look at those kids' faces. Look how happy they are. Hasn't really cost anything. It's taken energy, it's taken enthusiasm. And while you mightn't be able to dress in Spider-Man suits, think about what you can do. Because it's not what you do, it's the way you do it that often can make a big impact in the environment.